Okay, so this is the first part of the tutorial to make Pfsence work with a captative portal to make your iDevice, well, bypass. So first of all, I don't speak English really well, so I'm gonna try my best so you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. Well, first you will need the ISO. There's the ISO of Pfsence Live CD. This is the release 2.1.3, but take a look at the ISO. That's the one you need. There is memstick versions. There is another version that I think it's for BSD. So you will have to download the live CD. So this, because if not, it's gonna flash your hard drive and you're gonna have to format your PC with Windows 7 again, and it will be a problem. So first you have the ISO. I'm gonna put the link for the 32-bit version and the 64-bit version right in the description, so you can click it and download it. So that's okay. Then you have, if you don't know if your system is 64 bits or 32 bits, you can see it right here, computer properties, and there you go, 64 bits. So now we're using 64 bits. This is AMD 64. The Intel one is, I believe, 86, but I need to check it, so I'm gonna put the link in the description for the two versions. If you have 32 bits, you can use it too. Then you need to write this into a CD. Use EME Burn. There you go. This program is really easy to use, so, well, if you don't know, you can search for it, but, well, you can use whatever you want, Nero or whatever program you have to make ISOs into to burn ISOs. So that's up to you. You select the ISO, there it is, and then you click here. That's all. Then you're gonna have your CD ready to go. When you have your CD, you will need, this is the part when it gets really messy, because you need a second PC. This is one, a laptop, and you will need a second PC. In my case, I'm using this. It's not the best PC I can get, so it's a little bit messy, but I'm gonna try to explain why is this. You need, first of all, this PC has an PCI wireless card right there, working with Wi-Fi, and then the integrated port with the Ethernet jack, so you can plug your wire of Ethernet and make it work. El PC tiene la tarjeta de red, que es la normal, y tiene también la inalámbrica. Entonces tienes que tener las dos, una inalámbrica, que es la que está parpadeando arriba, y la otra que es la normal. Well, that being said, that you need the both cards. The both cards also needs to be compatible with FreeBSD or Pfsence. Otherwise, it won't be able to detect it, and you will not be able to install Pfsence. So make sure your card is an Atheros or a Broadcom, whatever brand you're using, but make sure it's compatible with Pfsence. Well, this is my machine. Now it's working. It has the ATH0, that's the Wi-Fi one, and it has that IP, that's the LAN, NFA 0, that's my other interface, my wired interface with the UDP, and that has another IP. So, well, I will show you how to do this, so don't worry, I will restart the machine, do everything again. So, okay, I will flash every configuration that's in here. As you can see, there's an option for that, reset to factory defaults. Voy a reiniciar esta máquina para que comience de cero, así que vamos a utilizar la opción 4, que es resetearla a los factores que vienen de fábrica para ver cómo se configura desde el comienzo. Como pueden ver, ahí están las dos interfaces, la WAN y la LAN. Necesitan esas dos, la interfaz que tiene Wi-Fi y la que tiene cable. Okay, so we're going to hit 4 to reset it to the factory defaults. Yes, and there you go. Pfsence is rebooting. This is all working, by the way, with the CD, not the hard drive. I have it installed in the hard drive because I don't use this computer, but you can do it also with your CD, and it will work anyways. So do it whatever the way you want. Well, it's restarting. So now you can see my screen is black. That will happen when you turn on your computer. It's gonna greet you with this message. Va a comenzar a bootear. Tiene que estar booteando desde el CD-ROM, obviamente. Y va a comenzar a bootear así. Pfsence, presiona F1. Esto es cuando está instalado. Cuando no, te va a decir simplemente continuar. Un número 1 que hay que apretar. Aprieto F1 si es que quiero. Si no, lo hace solo, así que no hay problema. You can punch F1 if you want, but it will do it by itself, so don't worry about that. Now it's booting. There you go. That's the screen you need to see. Then you punch only the option 1, la primera, and it will start loading all your files for your drivers, for your both Ethernet cards, and it will be just as easy as that. Don't worry if it shows a little warning right there, because it's gonna work anyways. There you go. There you have the valid interfaces, ATH0 and NFA0. There's the two, the wired one and the wireless. So keep in mind, if you don't have these two, you can't do it. You need to have the one Atheros, this or Broadcom, or whatever the mark of whatever the brand of your wireless card is. There it is, mine. You need that, and you need the wild one. That is this, de Nvidia. Necesitas las dos, la que es inalámbrica y la que es alámbrica. Las dos tienen que estar detectadas, ATH0 y NFE0. Necesitas esas dos para que funcione. Cuando te pregunte lo de las VLANs, when it asks for if you want to set up the VLANs first, you just hit no. Now it asks you for the, let me see, enter the WAN interface. This is the interface that's going to be facing your router in your home. In your home network, it's going to be your router. I'm going to show you how to do this. Look. Where's my router? Here's my router. Now it's not connected, it's just to make a point. There's a router, so you need the wire. That's why you need the wire to punch this into your router. Any port will be the same, don't worry. So there you go. It's in the router. This is your gateway to the internet. So keep in mind that you need to have access to the internet, because the script in PHP and HTML that we're gonna use is gonna I think it's gonna use internet. So there you go. Van a utilizar internet, así que necesitan que el router esté conectado a la línea de internet, ADSL en este caso, pero a la línea de internet que tengan tiene que estar conectado. Así que conectan desde el Pfsence, desde la parte LAN hasta la parte LAN de su router. Ok. Entonces, ahí dicen que ingresen cómo se llama la interfaz de la LAN. ¿Cómo se llama? Tienen que ver. Atheros es la inalámbrica. Atheros is the wireless one. So, what is the one? The one is the wired one. So you need to punch the one that's here. NFA0. That's the one that has this UTP wire running across. So you need to punch NFA0. Then it asks you for the LAN. The LAN interface is what? The LAN is the one that you're going to be connected to your devices. So that's the LAN. The LAN is the wireless one because you can't connect your iPhone with a wire, so you need the wireless one. That it is 80H0. In my case. In your case could be different. Tienen que elegir las dos interfaces, la LAN y la WAN. La WAN es la que está conectada al router y la LAN es la que está conectada a tu tarjeta inalámbrica, que en este caso va a repartir la señal a tus teléfonos con Wi-Fi, en este caso los iPhone, iPads, los que tengas. Después dice que si quieres seguir añadiendo interfaces, no, así que Enter, nada más. Te va a preguntar, ¿la LAN es esa? ¿La WAN es esa? Sí, le pones. You're gonna ask if you have the LAN and the WAN correct. And you can just say yes. Writing configuration. Done. And then it's gonna load to the interface. Okay, so there you go. That's the LAN and the WAN. The LAN already took an IP address. I don't know if that's because it's there by default, but I don't think so. I think that's because I already connected this. I already used this machine to unlock some devices, so it might be for that. Well, but in your case, maybe this is gonna be empty, so don't worry. Now what you need to do is set interfaces IP addresses. That's the first thing you need to do. So you put 2. For what interface? The one is going to be the first. La primera va a ser la 1, la que van a seleccionarle la IP, la 1. Now it asks you to configure the IPv4 address 1 interface via DHCP. You don't want that because you're gonna be a static IP, so no. It asks you for your IPv4 address, so this is gonna be static, and it's gonna be, you need to know that your router is handling IPs. So when it handles IPs, it's gonna bring a range of IPs. I mean, it could be 192.168.1.1 generally is that, so you can put here 192.168.1.20 or 10, whatever you want, but you need to make sure it's in the same range as your router. You can verify that with an IP config in Windows to see the range that your router is taking. So in my case, if I get into this router, it's turned off right now, but if I turn it on, you will see that it handles that range of IP. So I'm gonna put 192. 20. I'm just gonna put 20 because it's in the same range of my router. The subnet mask, the one, and okay, this is the one, but you are always gonna have to punch 24, so just put 24 there. It's a long explanation, but put 24, believe me. It says if you have a gateway, and yes you do, because this router has a gateway to the internet and is the address of the router, so it's 192.168.1.1. IPv6 we don't care, so no There you go. The web configurator is the program that you're gonna use to configure the users and all that. So you put here yes. Okay. So now you can access this via your web browser in this address. Okay? So let's go. We have already or one, that's the connection to the internet, remember, with an static IP that's in the range of the router, that is 192.168.1.28 to 20. Slider 24, don't worry, just put that. And the LAN is gonna be 88.0 WLAN 0. That IP could vary. I really, let's configure that. Let's leave it right there, but it's not gonna work because 192.168.1.1 is the gateway from this one, from the one, so it's not gonna work here. Here you need to put another IP address that you are going to manage, and you are going to handle IPs with another direction that has nothing to do with this. So in this case, we're gonna change that IP. So we're gonna have to once again to, and we're gonna select LAN. The IPv4 address of the LAN, you can select it by whatever you want to do. Here you can put the IP that you want. I'm gonna put 192.168.1.0.1. Okay. 24. The gateway, where is the gateway? The gateway should be in the same range of your one, but you're gonna configure that in the web configurator later. So enter. IPv6, we don't care. Enable DHCP for the LAN. You're gonna do this because you're gonna need this to handle IPs to your devices. So yes. The start range is gonna be the first IP and the last IP that is gonna take your iDevice is gonna take when you are connecting it to the Wi-Fi. It's gonna take an IP of that range. So just punch this. Let's say 3, and the end. Let's make it to the 10 because we don't need more IPs. We don't have that many devices, I think. Okay, enter. There you go. There's both IP addresses, the one for the LAN and the one for the WAN. It's gonna work with this configuration. If you make this as exactly like I do this here, it's sure just gonna work. So leave it here. I'm gonna make another video because there's 20 minutes right now, and I do not believe that Google will let me upload this many megabytes of video. So I'm gonna make another part right now, so wait for it.